morning children and welcome back to our online classes. Today for classes 7 and 8 we are going to learn punctuation. Punctuation. Most of the punctuation marks you have already learnt about in your previous classes and have been using. Let's see what they say. The comma. I think we should take a break for just a second. I think we should stop altogether, says the period. I agree, says the exclamation. What are you guys talking about? Says the question mark. But why do we need to punctuate? Let's eat grandma. Oh my God, grandma is afraid. What? Let's eat grandma. So the punctuation comma has saved grandma's life. Let's look at the other example. A woman without a man is nothing. On the chalkboard and ask the students to punctuate it correctly. So an English professor wrote these words. A woman without her man is nothing on the chalkboard. All of the males in the class wrote, a woman without her man is nothing. All of our females in the class wrote, a woman without her man is nothing. Punctuation is powerful, children. It actually changes the entire meaning of the sentence. Punctuation allows the author's writing to be easy to read and understand for the reader. So, have you seen how important a punctuation is? Let's see what these punctuation personalities have to tell and which one are you? Now it's time to decide. Are you a full stop? Always like to finish things? A comma? Likes to stop and take a breath often while speaking? A dash? Often interrupts others to add their own thoughts? An exclamation mark? Loud, excitable and bossy, makes himself heard. A question mark, likes to find about everyone and everything. Semicolon, leaves to bring similar things together, loves to bring similar things together. Ellipsis, often gets distracted, trails off on a tangent and takes long breaks. So which one are you, children? Now let's learn in detail how these punctuation marks are used. The full stop, which you also call a period. I'm a period, I look just like a dot. Every time you see me, you must stop, stop, stop. It's used to mark the end of the sentence, to mark the end of a group of words, used to emphasize a statement. Example, I kept seeing the picture again and again. So to emphasize this, we have put a full stop after again and again. In some abbreviations like AM, PM and so on. In website and email address, we all know about this. Example, www.etv.co.in. Let's talk about the comma. I'm a comma. I look just like a hook. Every time you see me, slow down and look. So what are the uses of a comma? We use a comma to set off a tag question from the rest of the sentence. That's in the question tags. It's true, isn't it? Use a comma to separate an introductory element from the rest of the sentence. As the day came to an end, the firefighters put out the last spark. Use a comma to indicate direct address. Is that you, Steve? Use commas between words in a series. Notice that a comma does not follow the last word in the series. I love to eat apples, pears, bananas, grapes and oranges. Use a comma to set off the words yes and no. Yes. Thank you. Indirect speech, to separate the reporting speech from the reporting verb. You will soon learn about this. Before and after phrases and clauses that can be expanded into a sentence. So commas are also used in direct speech and in phrases and clauses. Some more uses of commas. Use a comma to separate words or items in a list. She has 2 dogs, 3 cats, 1 bird, and 5 fish in her house. Use a comma to separate a city from its state. I am from East Lansing, Michigan. Use a comma to separate the day of the month from the year. He was born on August 4th, 1990. Use a comma to separate 2 adjectives when the word and can be inserted between them. So instead of saying young and beautiful, we have put a comma. She was a young, beautiful dog. Now the question mark is jumping. Talk about me. So let's learn about it. Use a question mark only after direct question. Example, will you come over after school? So when you use the interrogative sentences, questions are of 2 types. Yes or no questions. That means when your answer to the question is either yes or no, or the WH questions. Okay, which begin with the WH words like why, when, which, who, where, and how. Now, will the exclamation mark stop dancing? Use the exclamation point to show emphasis or excitement. Summer is in 3 months. Use an exclamation point after an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence shows a strong feeling. Mom, I just saw a rattlesnake. Use an exclamation point after an interjection. An interjection is a word or phrase that shows strong feeling. Cool. Let's do it. The quotation marks. Either the single quotes or the double quotes. For both these, the rules are the same. Use quotation marks to set off a direct quotation. What's your favorite color? She asked. Periods and commas always go inside quotation marks. Example, I don't want to go to school today, comma, and then close the quotation marks. Remember children, when you open the quotation, it must be closed. Question marks and exclamation marks go outside the closing quotation mark if what is being quoted is not actually a question or an exclamation. Otherwise, they too go inside the quotation mark. So, the commas and the periods we have learned to go inside the quotation marks. The question marks and exclamation marks also go inside the quotation marks. But in case the sentence which you are quoting is not a question or an exclamation, in that case they will go outside. Example, did she actually say, I don't like rasgulla? So, I don't like rasgulla is not an interrogative sentence. So, the question mark goes outside. I can't believe that Twilight Sparkle turned into a princess. So, princess is not an exclamation. So, the mark goes outside. As she ran out of the building, she screamed, fire! So, fire is an exclamation here. So, it goes inside. Hope you have understood, children. Now let's talk about an apostrophe. An apostrophe looks like a single quote. Okay, but it is used only once. There is no opening and closing. Use the apostrophe when combining 2 words. It is always placed in the spot where the letters have been removed. That means while using the shortcuts. She is, instead of saying she is, we say she apostrophe s. That is, she is only allowed candy on Friday. Use the apostrophe to show position. Place the apostrophe before the s. So, they found Miss Connor's gloves. So whenever we use it for a singular, you use before S, and when we use it for a plural noun, use it after S. Parenthesis. Use parentheses to enclose words or figures that clarify or are used as an aside. So whenever you want to clarify something that you have already told, so to give further clarification or either convert the words into figures so that it is understood clearly, we use the parenthesis. He received 150 points. In brackets, the figure 150 is written on his math project. Now we'll talk about the hyphen and the dash. They both look similar, but the difference is dash is a little longer and hyphen a little shorter. It's almost half of the size of the dash. Let's learn in detail. The hyphen links words or parts of words. It's different from a dash because you do not leave a space between a hyphen and the words in the sentence. Used to show that a word continues on the next line. Used to link separate words into one new word. Example, mother-in-law. So in most of the compound nouns and the compound adjectives. See here, Karuna walked slowly towards the lion. So when the page comes to an end and you want to continue the word, so you put a hyphen after slow and then write ly in the next line. But remember children, you have to cut it at the proper syllables. What about a dash? Shows a sharp break between two main clauses. Example, the film was very informative. I learned a great deal. One thing is for sure, he doesn't want to go. A toad's skin is dry and bumpy, not like the frog's smooth wet skin, like a contradictory. Marks out extra information embedded in the sentence. Playing in grandma's garden, which is huge, is always good fun. So which is huge is an extra information. Even when you don't tell this, you can understand. Playing in grandma's garden is always good fun. So this extra information comes in between the dash. Dash is also used to introduce the list. Mother, father, brother. No one is at home. So the list of the people who are not at home. What about a semicolon? To make two sentences into one. Example, I like running. I also enjoy swimming. Use before however and therefore when you join sentences. I have just had a big meal. However, I am hungry again. To separate items in a list if the items already have commas. She got lost in Orlando, Florida, Toronto, Canada, and Chicago, Illinois. Used to separate two main clauses that are closely related to each other but could not stand on their own as sentences. I have a big test tomorrow. I can't go out tonight. What about a colon? Use the colon after a complete sentence to introduce a list of items. Example, on my trip, I will bring clothes, a pillow, a sleeping bag, a toothbrush, and my teddy bear. So these are the list of the things that you're going to bring on your trip. Use the colon after the greeting of the person's name in a business letter. Example, Dear Mr. Smith, and then a colon. It's used between two clauses where the second one introduces the first. It is difficult. We have to stay indoor for such a long time. So what is difficult? That is being told. To separate hours, minutes and seconds. We know about this, children. Then, as we have completed learning most of the punctuations, let's put them into practice. The teacher asked him to sit next to her. Full stop. They don't have school on Saturday, an apostrophe. She was born on April 30th, 1990, a comma. Dear Mrs. White, a colon. I don't feel well today, Adam said. Quotations, double quotes. Will you be my partner during gym time? Question mark. She had a long, beautiful hair, comma. Hope you all have understood about the punctuations clearly, children. Yes, it's fun learning about punctuations and it's equally important. Now, the homework time. Complete the exercises in your grammar book. Take the help of these slides to understand the rules to use all the punctuations. Okay, the capital letters also have to be used properly in the beginning of a sentence and also when proper nouns are used. Okay children, thank you and also have a good time.